If all your thoughts, beliefs, and desires were secretly planted by someone else, how would you ever know? We walk through life assuming we are the authors of our own destiny, yet the boundaries of our minds are far more fragile than we dare to admit. Deep within the study of human behavior lies a silent, invisible art, not of physical force, but of subtle, psychological restructuring. It is a slow, quiet process that alters how we perceive truth, shifting our reality without ever triggering our defenses. This is the realm of dark psychology, where the ultimate prize is not control over your actions, but absolute authority over your subconscious mind. To understand how this works, we must first look at how easily our cognitive anchors can be shifted. The restructuring begins with the planting of a false baseline, a subtle reference point that skews your judgment of everything that follows. Like an anchor dropped in deep water, the single piece of misinformation holds your perception captive. Once the anchor is set, the next step is isolation, quietly severing your connection to outside perspectives and trusted reference points. Without a diverse chorus of voices to guide you, the manipulator's whisper gradually becomes the loudest sound in the room. To prevent rebellion, the architect of control introduces the powerful illusion of choice. By presenting two predetermined paths that both lead to the same destination, they make you believe you are exercising free will. To deepen the psychological bond, they utilize intermittent reinforcement, delivering praise and approval on an unpredictable, random schedule. This biological hack triggers a surge of dopamine in your brain, turning the search for their validation into a powerful addiction. When you finally notice the glaring contradictions in their narrative, a painful state of cognitive dissonance is triggered. To escape this discomfort, your mind will often choose the comfort of a beautiful lie over the harshness of a painful truth. Over time, your memory itself is systematically weaponized against you, a process that makes you question your own senses. When you can no longer trust your recollection of the past, you surrender the power to define your own present. The language used is highly specific, carefully calibrated to bypass your analytical mind and target your deepest survival instincts. Certain loaded words act as emotional triggers, instantly shutting down critical thought and inducing panic or compliance. To solidify this control, the manipulator harnesses our deeply ingrained instinct for social conformity, making dissent feel like dangerous exile. When the crowd appears to agree with the illusion, standing alone feels like standing on the edge of an abyss. The most patient architects of influence never demand immediate surrender, they play the long game. They slowly wear down your psychological resilience until you reach a state of quiet, learned helplessness. Once the old identity and boundaries have been thoroughly dissolved, the final phase of reconstruction begins. A new, highly compliant self is carefully built from the remaining fragments, tailored to serve a purpose that is not your own. Yet, the most terrifying realization is that we are all inherently susceptible to these patterns. Our brains are natural pattern-seeking engines, always looking for order, even when that order is a carefully constructed trap. However, understanding the mechanics of dark psychology is the first step toward reclaiming your sovereignty. By learning to recognize these invisible patterns of influence, you begin to transform from the manipulated into the observer. A mind that has been awakened to the hidden mechanisms of influence can never be easily forced back into the dark. True mental sovereignty begins when we dare to question our own assumptions and look beyond the horizon of our comfort. In a world where your attention and your beliefs are constantly being engineered, guarding your mind is no longer optional. It is the ultimate, most courageous act of rebellion to think for yourself. Subscribe to unlock the deepest secrets of human behavior and learn how to protect your mind in an age of invisible influence.